Well, it's Thursday afternoon, which means it's time for another Sam Young 4x4 YouTube upload. And this week is no different, even though the Naughty 40 is still completely and utterly missing. This week's episode is a little bit of a different one. We filmed this one about 6 to 8 months ago, and it was when we were wheeling with Dale in his solid axle swapped N70, and the Naughty 40 got a little bit excited, beached herself on a giant rock step, and I deleted my tail shaft. Thankfully, we had the brand new Runva installed, ready to test, and well, it got its workout that day. Whilst this episode is a little fun one, it's just a short one and is no indication of the future content to come because we have got some sick stuff filmed. Sus with Sam's, travel episodes and everything in between. Plus, depending on what the future holds, potentially Naughty 40 2.0 build, but we'll see what happens there. Anyway guys, strap yourselves in. This one's a fun little one. Hope you enjoy it. And we'll probably see you next week with the Naughty 40 update when we know a little bit more because there are a couple of things I want to keep you guys in the loop with. See you then.
If there's one thing Menai's renowned for, it's tough tracks, and this little track known as Waterfall is no different. Menai is just an hour outside of Sydney and offers some intense, hardcore four-wheel driving for all sorts of different vehicles. In this particular episode, we put the Naughty 40 and its brand new Runva Winch to the test, and well, test it we did. Waterfall track is only short, but what it lacks in distance, it makes up for in challenging driving conditions. Massive slippery rock boulders, off-camber sections and extremely steep steps make it one hell of a track to conquer. Plus, after a bit of rain, not only is it insanely slippery, but the water flows down the track and can actually erode a lot of it, meaning every time you go back and drive it, whether it be a couple of weeks or a couple of months apart, means the track is always changing conditions, which keeps it refreshing and exciting. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking about the new Runva winch we fitted to the front of the Naughty 40, and well, in this episode, we're going to tell you a little bit more about it and show it in use. Now, it's the Runva EWS 10,000 pound premium 12 volt twin motor low mount competition winch. And whilst this is different to a high mount winch, it is the perfect option for those not wanting to spend massive bucks, but still have a winch that will outperform a traditional single motor low mount. It features a massive 10,000 pound line pull from the two powerful 7.2 horsepower motors and has got a huge amount of torque. The gearbox is a 3-stage planetary setup with low 108:1 gear ratios, which means fast line speeds. This particular model is the 12 volt version with Dyneema rope, but the EWS 10,000 is also available in a 24 volt version. Both models are IP67 ingress protected, which means water, dust, mud and everything else you could throw at a winch is absolutely no dramas. The brake is Runva's most advanced ratchet system yet, which is located in the gearbox, making it super efficient and able to hold you without falling even when you stop the winch. The clutch is easily engaged and disengaged via the rotary clutch system like all Runva winches, but is compatible with the optional extra air clutch, which can be run as an in-cab control. Now, this being a massive winch also means you need a massive amount of battery power to make the most out of it. In the Naughty 40, we're running two 800 cca batteries linked together, giving us a 1600 cca capacity. This winch, Runva recommend a minimum of 1000 cca, so do keep that in mind. Overall, I absolutely froth this winch. Not only does it look tough, but well, heck, it works and has gotten the Naughty 40 out of some sticky situations. Just take a look. Now, whilst we were wheeling this track, I got a little bit excited and well, we dropped the belly of the Naughty 40 onto a massive rock step. I just didn't quite get the wheel placement right, and what that meant, well, instead of rock slider or the underside of the car, it was all absorbed by the tail shaft. It corkscrewed it, snapped it clean in two, which meant we could only do a couple of things. Step one was remove it on the track so that we didn't risk piercing the fuel tank or flicking bits of metal all around, and then we had to winch up out of the track.
Well, drove the first challenge of Waterfall. It's like a 50-metre track, no dramas, a little step halfway, and well, this is the predicament we're in now. The reason we're winching is I'm not really stuck. I just have a Wi-Fi tail shaft now, unfortunately. So it's in two pieces. It's the first one I've done in 4 years, so I'm pretty actually happy with that. But yeah, this new Runva is going to have its work cut out because it's about to tow 2+ tons of dead weight up a couple of big spicy rocks. So let's give it hell and hope for the best, I reckon.
Now, for those that love wheeling and have winched themselves out of sticky situations before, just look at the rear tyres in this shot. Actually, just look at the entire situation. You can tell just how steep that rock step is and just how much force is being applied to that winch to drag that Naughty 40 up over the undercut step. So you can see just how powerful this new EWS 10,000 Runva is. Absolutely insane.
Well, that was just a short, sweet little Runva episode and showing you guys how not to drive that track. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Now, whilst I was using the new twin motor Runva winch, they have an entire range of winches. So if you do want to check them out, head over to the Runva website. They are some of the best bang for buck winches on the market, tried and tested by all your favorite YouTubers for years and years. Absolutely frothing it. Thieves, if you're watching this, I'd love to have that winch back. I know you've stolen it and it's probably sitting in your front yard somewhere. So if you could return that to me, that'd be great. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to get my hands on another one. But anyway, guys, if you've liked this little episode, make sure you drop a comment below, subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. Next week, and the weeks coming, we've got some way more exciting content for you guys. So do stay tuned. Don't lose faith. It's gonna be wild. See you next time. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. You guys, that new Runva winch is absolutely insane. Hopefully I'll get it back from the thieves. Fuck, man. If you guys are watching it, can I have my winch back? Shit, man. If I don't laugh, I'll cry.